You think those kids had it bad with fucking go?
Alright, Dylan, are we opening with the creepy stuff, or are we going with your fecal matter story?
Fecal matter story.
After this is to make up for the fucking bullshit that the goat man wound up being.
Okay, so...
sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry to interrupt. It's just like the goat man's starting to freak me out, like post story. Like I'm like, fuck, I can't mock it. It's gonna come get my ass. And on that note, fecal matter.
Well, we gotta read this note anyway.
It's not gonna come get you, Tom.
The fecal matter?
Yeah, it's the goat man you gotta worry about.
Shit. No. All right, now it's gonna get your ass. Paper airplane.
Man, she's got a lot of lipstick
Marcus,
on to keep doing this.
You want to read the airplane?
You want me to do it as Ada?
You have figured it out already, but you might be able to get out of here by using the waste disposal bin. I just sound creepy.
Play it, do it like real. Play it. Oh, I guess that's all. Way to fucking read the whole thing. It
was one sentence. I saw it was one sentence. I went for it.
What kind I
saw what I wanted and I went for it.
Is she like on the other side of that window, or she got some really good range with the paper airplane?
She's got some like super good range.
I think she has a gun that fires paper airplanes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So we have three things that I came up to talk about during the break, and one of which I was joking, saying to get away from being scared from the scary stories, I should tell a story about, or I was asking about the most recent shits, and then I realized I actually have a story about taking a shit. Well, besides the time I shit myself.
NSFW people.
All right, start the story. I'm gonna get my drink real quick while you're here.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell the story about how I shit myself. That's for another.
I think you just told the story, man.
No, it's way better than that. You have no idea. It is a million times better than that. It is a million times better than that.
I hope it is, because that sucks.
Oh, it sucks. It was like a volcano, but
God.
I'm gonna leave that.
Were you on your stomach?
At that.
Get there.
And tell my what the fuck.
At least I didn't get Ashley.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna tell my other fecal matter story, which is my roommate Eric. When I very first moved into the house, we didn't own a plunger, and I was unaware that our toilet was actually a pretty weak flush. And so I went into the bathroom and oh shit, took an epic shit of pretty gargantuan proportions. I want to say like one of the biggest dukes I've laid in my lifetime, and it clogged the toilet up, and I didn't have a plunger.
Don't use the word duke. It's the real duke. The one and the only.
So I took a huge shit in Eric's house without realizing we didn't have a plunger, and that the low flow on that house was very weak. So I have a plunger at hand at all times. And so I took a huge shit, and it just clogged it up, and like I had to walk out, and I was just been there for a while, and I was like, Eric,
it's like when you first moved in.
Yeah, I was like, hey man, you know, I clogged the toilet. So sorry, you know, I'm going tomorrow to get a plunger to take care of it. Okay, so, you know, and I was like, he was like, oh, all right, that's cool. And I was like, man, don't go in there, don't go in there. And I was in my room. Fuck, God, I tried to kick him, and I picked something else up instead. I was in my room, like, sitting there waiting for it, like, don't go in there, Eric, don't go in there, Eric. And I just kind of hear him get up, bonk, 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 because he's a big guy. Walking in there, open the door, clink, the clink of the cannon. Oh my God! Oh, like, no! He has looked at the abomination.
Oh.
And I was like, God, why?
I mean, at least you were living there. Like I have.
Yeah, at least you were living.
Like I've had.
I didn't break in and take that shit.
I don't have a good story for shitting in someone's toilet, and like at a stranger or a friend's house, because it's happened to be so many times that I haven't saved a specific one of them.
Yes.
So like,
really,
like, I'm just revealing an embarrassing like I am the king of like I gotta take a bad shit at a buddy's house.
Are you kidding me? I blew his head off and he still got me.
The most recent time,
fucking ridiculous.
Totally, the most recent time was at Garland during one of the shows. Like
you had to take a bad shit during one of the shows,
and I wasn't gonna go in the downstairs bathroom, so I went upstairs. And
oh yeah, fuck doing that downstairs.
After I clogged the toilet
upstairs.
Yeah, I just kept like I don't know, like hoping it would go away, and I had to walk away.
Well, there was also the time that.
You clogged it at a public event. That's so good.
The only reason is their bathroom, which they don't let anybody they don't like anybody to use.
You're kidding me.
So they probably thought it was.
I feel like people always wind up there, like anyway. But yeah, it's so funny that Well, because the toilet downstairs at that house, we jokingly for a while were calling it the toilet that gives back, because it would just eventually cough up all the shit that had gone down it previously.
Yeah, that downstairs toilet was.
So, yeah, the only reason I won't tell about the time I shit myself is because it's part of my stand-up routine that I still intend on doing at the Looney Bin someday here. Along with a story about how I had that headlamp on one night when I was biking with my big goofy glasses on.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there is one other fecal matter story, and it's back when you were playing with Silverton. And I had to take a shit so bad because we had just eaten that free cake.
Yes.
At Macaroni Grill.
Yes.
It was Tom's birthday, and I was like, can we give you that free cake at Macaroni Grill? So we ate the shit out of that cake, and Tom was like, I'm going to have to shit myself on stage. I was like, no way, dude.
This is after Dylan at the restaurant was like, hey, yo, we're going to need that free birthday cake to the waiter.
That's just my dad coming out of me.
Yes, that's so
the word good. Fucking free to my dad is like, yes, free. Give it to me.
So good. All right, go ahead, dude.
And so you were like, man, we're going to have to do so bad. I was like, no, you'll be fine, Tom. And then when we went to the club, I had to take a shit worse than anything like you're talking about the other night. Like, this is going to be dirty. And, God damn, they were raping me. And so there was only one bathroom available. And I don't think you were supposed to go in there. But the other one was fucking taken. I was like, fuck it, I'm going in here. And I went in there, and then, of course, there was no fucking toilet paper.
Oh, God.
And I searched, and it was a dirty one. So I had to rip a page out of a magazine, a couple, and just spread it around and walk around with mud butt for the rest of the fucking night. Watching you play tambourine. Trying to play it cool like I didn't have fucking rust butt. Exactly. Shit on my ass.
Damn.
Okay, so back to the creepy things.
Okay.
Well, sort of the creepy things.
I'd rather listen to the scary stories at this point.
Well, this is not a scary story. We're just talking about the phenomena earlier, the sleep paralysis phenomena, and I'd forgotten to tell Thom that I actually had 2 sleep paralysis dreams in one night. I was having like a bad bout with them.
This is it.
Every now and then I'll have a problem with them.
Sure does.
No way, Leon.
Way.
Totally, Leon.
Oh, never mind.
Are you out of your mind?
I knew you'd be fine if you landed on your butt.
You... What is this?
Come on, let's go.
This is my favorite Iron Maiden, though.
What is that thing?
Does it matter? You can just tell he sucks.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell her to hide, just in case some stupid shit happens. Get in the fucking tin. Get in the tin.
There you go.
Okay, so, I have bouts with sleep paralysis dreams sometimes. Well, I'll have them really intensely for 2 days only, never anything more than that. And, I hate them. I despise them. They freak me out really bad. Not because I feel like they're supernatural anyway, but just because this is freaky.
Yeah.
I don't like
absolutely.
it. And so I had the first. Oh shit! That has never happened before.
Holy crap!
Fucking correct.
Yeah. What the hell on that? There we go.
One more. You.
There it is.
And the first one involved you. That's why I meant to tell you, and I completely forgot about it, even though we were talking about it earlier. Didn't really involve you that much, but it's the only lucid dreaming, sleep paralysis dream, or any dream I've ever had in sepia tones.
Oh, weird.
Not in black and white. And it was in the Locust house, quote unquote, the house that me and Tom used to live at that's torn down now.
Yeah.
From the time I was like 18 to 21. We were back there, but it was a warped, fucking, twisted version of it. And as I was like realizing I was doing that dreaming thing, I was like kind of trying to shake myself awake, and like realizing I was paralyzed. And that's when I start to freak out, and the dream gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
And for some reason, even though it was like a warped version of the Locust house, and it was like flashing forward to like the outside of the house where there's these like tall meadows and shit. and like this weird shack that looked like there's something bad in it, and like creepy trees and shit. And then it was flashing back to me on the couch, like in the sort of like I was in the loft. But even though I knew it was the Locust house, it looked nothing like the Locust house. Like that's for some reason I thought it was the Locust house.
Yeah.
And since I made that connection, I thought Thom will help me. And so in my dream, between waking up and trying like wandering around in like this dark fucking hellhole version of Locust house, I'm thinking, Thom, help me. And I'm like reaching around, like walking through the house, going, Thom, help me. And like when I finally woke up, oh, like sweating and shit. Oh, it was fucking horrible.
Fuck.
The next one was set in another house where I used to spend a lot of time, my childhood home, and it was like I won't even spend as much.
Is that the house that we go to in Conway? That one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I won't spend as much time talking about it because it's way more difficult to explain. But it was like set in the 1800s, and it was like I don't fucking know. It was fucking weird, and not scary, just fucking weird.
Damn, he's close.
They were both like alternate versions of places I had lived. But I feel like I only put that together because as I was waking up and like shaking and stuff, I would think, I would like slip into reality and think of places that I had been. Get away.
There you go. Got his ass.
There's only one more to deal with. Okay, what were you saying, Marcus?
I was gonna say, like, you saying that reminded me of like some of the most recent times I've had those issues. I felt like because I was like half awake, I knew what situation I was in, that I was kind of having that situation.
Which almost makes it worse.
Which makes it worse because you can't I'm trying to wake myself up from it. And I remember one of the times, like, I was screaming Ashley's name. So I thought I'd be making some sort of fit in real life and yelling. And I woke up, and she was just like, it was just so weird to be like, I feel like I'm clearly trying to yell.
Yeah, you're reaching out for help, and then there's
really
nothing happening.
And then to come to, and like, no, and find out that nothing. Like, she's not heard anything from me. I mean, it actually made it worse to be like, man, I actually didn't fucking hear a thing. Because I'd like to, think that I'd make some movement and someone would shake me and wake me up.
Damn.
You're only moving slightly when you do it. You can, like, twitch your fingers, that's it. Like, maybe your shoulders.
And from there, we are now moving on to 6 true stories from history. Creepier, reportedly, than any horror movie.
Don't let me forget, we gotta look at the 11 quotes, though.
That's right, absolutely.
Whenever we get to it. We can do it dead last.
This is from Cracked, and they rank in with number 6 being the man who tried to save Lincoln when Lincoln was assassinated. It reportedly went all shining on his family. And so, in this is a man named...
Which, interestingly, let me say this right before
yeah.
we do this. Actually, it is a fact that Lincoln's son was going to fall onto the train tracks, and John Wilkes Booth's brother-in-law saved his ass.
Whoa.
Isn't that just crazy?
That is crazy, Jesus.
Before Lincoln ever was assassinated.
So this guy, though, his name is Henry Rathbone, and his wife Clara Harris, and they are also in the painting, the famous painting of Booth shooting Lincoln. Yeah. And Rathbone is the man that's like reaching out toward Booth to stop him. And so it's Rathbone's best known for trying to stop Booth and getting a piece of that dagger that you see in the painting for his trouble. And not so much for the Kubrick-esque horror that his life later spiraled into. Rathbone was seriously injured while attending the most disastrous double date in history, and though he physically survived the attack, his mind never recovered. I guess
Seeing your friend and president's brains blown out right in front of you, and you almost could do something about it.
Wasn't that like the first presidential assassination too?
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus.
so like that's just like fucked up on.
Did you know
Stagnant
Lincoln?
level.
This is in Ken Burns' Civil War. Lincoln said he had a dream where he walked down to a funeral in the White House, and he said, "What is going on? Who's died?" And one of his advisors turned to him and said, "The president. He has been assassinated. Like only a couple weeks before he was shot."
Oh,
which I mean, there was talk. Like he knew he was in a dangerous situation anyway, but still, that's just a fucking dream to have.
Oh, fucking Kano is back. Where's Sonya Blade?
Where's Sonya Blade?
Alright, so back to this one. So the officer blamed himself for failing to stop Booth. Even though he eventually married Claire 2 years later, wedded life only added to his insanity. Eventually, Rathbone's mind deteriorated to the point that on December 23rd, 1883, he decided to deck the halls with his family's blood. While serving as a U.S. consul in Hanover, Germany, Rathbone tried to kill his 3 kids, and when his wife stopped him, he fatally shot and stabbed her, then stabbed himself, mentally replaying Booth's actions from 18 years earlier.
Fucking hell.
The police found Rathbone covered in blood and completely out of his mind. According to a widely repeated but unconfirmed report, he claimed that there were people hiding behind the pictures on his wall.
He's went nuts.
Rathbone spent the rest of his life in a lunatic asylum where he complained of secret machines in the walls blowing gas into his room and giving him headaches. That was 16. Alright. Get Kano's ass. Alright, so number 5 on the list. Syphilitic zombies wandered the streets of Italy during the High Renaissance.
I've heard about this.
So it says when most people pictured the High Renaissance, they probably imagined Italian folks in posh clothes admiring the works of Da Vinci, Michelangelo, and others. What they don't usually picture is this, and it's an illustration here of a zombie straight up rolling around with, another clearly, healthy member of the Italian Renaissance. So it says, yes, while Renaissance Florence may have been a good place for the arts and parkour of Assassin's Creed 2 is to be believed, at the same time, Italy experienced something more closely akin to a zombie movie during the first major outbreak of syphilis in 1494. Now, before antibiotics,
I thought we got syphilis from the Indians.
I'm not sure. STD was less secret shame and more literally rots your fucking face off.
Yeah.
According to one description, the disease, which may have been carried over from New World cooters to Naples bumholes via French tongs, caused flesh to fall from people's faces and led to death within a few months. More specifically, the outbreak caused the complete destruction of the lips, others of the nose, and others of all their genitals, meaning it was not out of place to see victims shambling around who had lost hands, feet, eyes, and noses to the disease. So today's Renaissance fairs were accurate. About half the people would look like Walking Dead extras. As horrifying as the thought of having undead genitalia may seem, the worst part is actually the phrase, within a few months. That means, you got this. Which means that the affected somehow lived for months in this condition, the whole time screaming with pain as their flesh was eaten away, in some cases down to the bone. Which is appropriate because the bone is why you get syphilis in the first place, LOL. In short, for a brief period during the time of the Great Renaissance Masters, it was common to see people...
Jesus.
Yeah, no. This is cracked, though, so
yeah,
this is how you go. Never mind a whole army of Frenchmen walking around with their faces falling off for their exposed skulls until they finally drop dead. What the fuck wasn't that in Assassin's Creed 2? Now, number 4. Damn, Kano is just everywhere. Kano has found the secret to clone himself. You might want to heal, man. You're in caution. Oh shit.
Fucking kidding me. Fuck.
Get out of my face. Alright, number 4 for this list. Heads literally exploded during the eruption of Mount Vesuvius.
Where is Ashley? She's gonna fucking die.
You got this. There you go. Just back him up. There it is.
Kidding me.
And the director is pissed at you.
Run!
Oh, no, she caught an arrow.
Fuck off, cock-sucking son of a
Damn it! Oh, dude, you better heal her.
Bullshit. God damn it, I am pissed.
There you go. Man, I might want to use one of them grenades.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna fucking do. Then reload my shotgun.
Shit.
They're unleashing the second round. I haven't even put Ashley in the fucking thing yet. Get out of the way, you fucking clog us. Come on.
God, that one.
Work it. No, not me. Fuck. I'm getting all pissed.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Break the fucking door down.
Ooh, get his ass. There we go. Alright, so Mount Vesuvius. Italy's Mount Vesuvius is infamous mainly for erupting so hard on Pompey's face that the entire Roman city and all of its stick sculptures, since it was the sex capital of the empire, remained buried in ash for the next millennium and a half. Oh, you got her. There you go. Oh, shit.
You kidding me? Get out of the way, you cunt.
Oh, God.
God. Fucking go away.
There it is. Man, they were throwing some shit at you.
I don't even know what to do with this. Shotgun.
Right. Yeah.
What you may not know is that the gods were actually merciful to Pompey compared with the horror that went down in Herculaneum. Is it Lanium? Yeah, Herculaneum, which is a smaller city situated even closer to Vesuvius. When it started ejaculating magma everywhere. Yeah. What Pompey experienced was a classic disaster flick. Huge cloud of smoke, people running, blanketing ash, and maybe a subplot about Tara Reid reconnecting with her ex-husband and showing some side boob. Herculaneum, on the other hand, experienced a full-blown supernatural horror movie due to them being hit with superheated pyroclastic flows of molten rock, mud, and gas, which is a fancy way of saying that a whole bunch of people went like this, and it has a YouTube video of just like head explosions. Seriously, the human skull is loaded with lots of liquids, and if you heat it up super quickly, it reacts much like a hamster in a microwave. We know this because that's precisely what happened at Herculaneum, when everyone in the city was hit by a cloud of gas with a temperature of nearly 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. In less than 0.2 of a second, skin vaporized, brains boiled, and skulls exploded. Like without any shotguns or grape shot. It just happened all on its own, just as Mother Nature intended, from the inside. Here's hoping this doesn't happen to the fine folks in Naples, who stubbornly insist on living in the precise spot where Vesuvius patiently waits to wipe them out again.
Well, I mean, Yosemite is a super volcano that if it explodes, the fucking states are doomed.
Really? I didn't know Yosemite was a fucking volcano.
It's a super volcano. It's the most...
Damn,
it
I love
explodes
Yosemite.
every 100,000 years or something. It's like at 127,000 now.
Jesus.
It's fucking apocalypse waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Not know that.